Was Prime Minister Trudeau trying to hide his whereabouts from Canadians? Well, that's the allegation being leveled against the Prime Minister by Conservative leadership candidate Kelly Leitch, and she joins me now on phone. Ms. Leitch, good morning, and let's start with this tweet you sent out over the weekend. It reads as such: Canadians deserve a prompt investigation into apparent breach of the Conflict of Interest Act. He clearly tried to hide his whereabouts. Let me ask, in your opinion, how exactly has the Prime Minister apparently breached the Conflict of Interest Act?
Oh, look, Jeff, Prime Minister Trudeau promised us sunny ways, but all we seem to be getting are gray skies. You know, there's been a number of ethical lapses recently, demonstrating a real pattern of behavior. You know, first it was the pay for play, then foreign donations to the Trudeau Foundation, followed by lobbying done by those with connection to the Trudeau Foundation, and now vacationing on a private island owned by those whose foundation receives money from the federal government. And the Prime Minister's office tried to keep it a secret. You know, this old Liberal attitude that they believe that Ottawa exists for them and their friends, that they are entitled to their entitlements. You know, that's what I've been talking about really how they're out of touch elites. And Trudeau wants us to trust him, but he keeps showing us, Canadians, why we can't trust him. And that's why I'm calling for an ethics
because I think the Prime Minister would argue, Ms. Leitch, that Aga Khan has been a family friend for years. In fact, on his birthday last month, the Prime Minister said that he was honored that Aga Khan was a mentor and a friend. So is there something wrong with accepting an invitation from a friend?
Well, the rules are very clear with the Ethics Commissioner. And as I said, you know, here's the circumstance where the Prime Minister is vacationing on a private island owned by those of a foundation that receive money from the federal government. And they kept it a secret. You know, what is expected by my understanding and my experience as both a cabinet minister and a member is that, you know, we are transparent with the public. And that's why I'm calling for an ethics investigation, because every time he says there's nothing to see here, there is always something to see. And I think that someone independent needs to look at the practice.
Is it your belief that the Prime Minister was clearly hiding his whereabouts because he perhaps knew he was doing something wrong here? Or does he have the right to some privacy when it comes to his family and a personal vacation?
Well, look, this is a Prime Minister who, on one of his vacations, invited him to a wedding shirtless, himself to a wedding shirtless. So, you know, as I say, I think someone independent needs to look at the practices of the government and the actions of this Prime Minister, and that's why I'm calling for an investigation. And more importantly, that's why I'm calling to Canadians and asking them to defeat Justin Trudeau in 2019. You know, it's very clear that the Ethics Commissioner should be involved in investigating the circumstance. You know, again, this is an old Liberal attitude. They believe Ottawa exists for them and their friends, that they're entitled to their entitlements.
All right, Conservative leadership candidate Kelly Leitch, we'll leave it there for now. Ms. Leitch, appreciate the time this morning. Thank you.